Welcome back to Minecraft Bingo. This is Fetchr 5.2 by Noiser, and it's time again for the 5 in a row bingo challenge. Let's generate a new random card for the challenge. This is going to be the first of the 2 5 in a rows, and we're looking for bingo in a row, column, or on the diagonal. Let's take a look at the card. No axolotl. I think we don't want to do that. No spyglass, probably. Hanging moss is a shear item, so I don't really want to go for that, even if there's a pale garden biome. All I see are pumpkins and taiga. There's some savanna back there, probably some desert too. What about shipwrecks? I don't see any. There are mushrooms, red and brown, over there, the roof forest area. And that's about it. Yeah, that is about it. There's no pumpkin on the card. No blast furnace. I don't want to do tropical fish. Cactus green. We could do. That's too much iron, I think, on that center column. Minecart and hopper alone is 10. That's 15, 16 iron. That's way too much. What else can we get done quickly? I don't love spider eye, and the piston is in the center, so that kills the diagonals. Is there anything else that we could get done here? The center row is not terrible. 3 sand for a glass bottle, redstone and iron for a piston, the red bed and a hay bale. If we had a village, that would be absolutely perfect. But we don't have a village. We could look for one, but I don't know how far we would have to travel. It could be time consuming. Is there anything better? I think all the columns are out, which basically just leaves that center row. All right, well, let's go for it. We know what we need. Let's see if we can get it done, because one village is pretty much all we need. As long as we can get a trade for redstone, then we'll be fine. And then gunpowder, I'm not too worried about. We'll either jump into a cave or wait till nighttime and get it off a creeper right away. Yeah, that's the plan. Let's execute. All right, we'll start here by punching a tree. I think I do want to craft tools before we go anywhere. Yeah, and I want to collect at least 3 sand at the first place I see sand. We need a boat and doors before we leave. So let's just set up in the usual way. I'll make a crafting table, and I think we'll just dig down for stone, because I don't want to go look for any. So we'll just start punching right here. There is stone down underneath, as I suspected. Let's make a pickaxe and start mining some of it. Alright, so we do need 1 iron. Finding 1 iron here would be great. But I'm expecting that we'll also be able to find an iron golem at whatever village that we find. It needs to be a plains village, I think, in order to get the red bed and hay bale. Some of the other villages may not have those items, which would be a real shame. But we're really counting on finding a village, and that is an uncertainty. So unreliable in and of itself. Makes me kind of nervous. I like going for items I know I can get, even if they're kind of difficult. The village is maybe not the best strategy, but we'll see. It's a long shot for sure. Let's make... I think we only need 1 furnace? Yeah, 1 should be enough. We'll make more later if we need more. Let's make a boat and some sticks, and then we're going to have to chop another tree somewhere to make doors. The only thing I need doors for really is going underground for a cave later, if we can't get the gunpowder on the surface. Or possibly iron. Let's make the doors, and then it's time to leave. Alright, there we go, and we have a little bit of fuel. Where do we go to find a village? The boat, I think, is going to be the quickest, the fastest way to get around. There is sand over here. We should also probably try to collect wool if we see sheep so that we can get a bed. I'll grab a flower. There's some poppies over here. There's 3 sand for the glass bottle. Let's grab, I don't know, let's just grab 3 poppies. Did I pick them all up? I got at least 2 of them. I don't know what happened to the 3rd one. There it is. Turn them all into red dye just in case. And we continue searching for a village. I don't know why I chose this direction. I just thought that we might have the best chance to find a village over here. So what kind of biomes do we have? I see cows. I see pigs. I see taiga. I don't see any village stuff at the moment. We're already 3 minutes in. If we had a village at spawn, we'd be almost done right now. Let's see, where am I going here? I suppose we could pivot if we found some other items to start collecting. For example, there's a desert where we might get a cactus green. There's a, what's it called? There's a cherry grove. Here, let's grab a cactus green. Actually, let's grab 2, because there's cyan dye on the card as well. And I'm not planning on coming back here. Let's see, I just need a village. Yeah, cherry grove is interesting. I'm kind of thinking we should have picked up some mushrooms for the stew. Let's see, there's pigs there. Where am I going even? Cherry Grove is not on the card. I think I mentioned that already. Let's grab a little bit of food. Since we're on foot now. And there are sheep here, so we can make our own red bed. Let's go ahead and plan to do that. 1, 2, 2, and who wants to be sheep number 3? You. Alright, so we've got food. We've got everything we need for the bed. What about iron? Is there any dripstone down there? I don't see any. Yeah, I don't see any. Let's keep looking for a village that's still the best value that we could get. Alright, this doesn't look great because there's no villages nearby and I don't know where to go. Let's just boat away. Five minutes in and we have no items. I knew this was a risky move. Looking for a village that doesn't exist. But there's still a chance. I'll give it another 3 minutes, I think, at least, to locate a village, and then we'll either have to pivot to another row or column, or just give up entirely. There's dripstone here. I guess we can go for that. We need the block. We also need iron, and there's a spider too. Do I care about the spider? Probably not. Where's the closest dripstone going to be? Can I reach that? Alright. I saw the... Oh, where'd you come from? We do need a spider eye. And we got one. That's our first item. Where did the block go? Oh, there it is. Dripstone block. So maybe we pivot to the... What is it? Column? That means we need an amethyst geode, though, and I don't remember seeing one. I wasn't really looking. It also means we need red and brown mushrooms, and I don't know where to go for that. Let's go over here. I see taiga. There we go. Okay, so we can do red and brown mushrooms. We have everything we need for the bed, so we would just need a couple copper and a geode. Can we make that work quickly? Well, I'm gonna certainly try. Yes, I am. Okay, I picked up red. Now we need brown. I see some right here. All right, let's craft some items then, and then we'll look for a geode. I know I still need copper too. Let's dye the wool red. Make a bed. Make bowls. Make mushroom stew. And then we just need copper. There's no copper here, right? Yeah, just mushroom. We need copper and a geode. Is there a geode? Maybe we just go underwater and take a look. Okay, no geode here and no copper. Back up we go. I don't actually see a geode here. Where can I get copper from? And there's no village, right? We're kind of giving up on the village idea now. That makes sense to me, since we didn't find one in the first 5 minutes. Yeah, I don't see a geode, but this is a pretty decent looking cave, and there is some copper here. Let's grab 2. Alright, yep, that's 2 copper. Now we just need a geode. Is there going to be one here? There's iron, and there's lush cave. I don't see a geode. Let me breathe here. We can actually smelt the copper quickly. That seems like a good idea. Actually, we'll use the bowls. Oh, I got string too. What can we do with string? Alright, there's our copper. And let's wait for one more. Did I put enough fuel in? I think I did. There we go. We got the copper done. I don't need the furnace anymore. There's no more smelting I'm planning to do. I just need a, one of those things. Okay, there's a drown. I need a door. Deploy door. Good thing we have some food. Alright, let's go find ourselves a geode. Yeah, there's cave here too. We could drop into the cave. Man, that's risky. Did I get my door back? I'm passing up a ton of iron too. Okay, we're pretty low because we're mining deep slate now. Is there no cave here? Or did I just dig in the wrong spot? I guess I just dug into the wrong spot. Well, we're almost out of time now for this challenge. We got about 1 minute left. Okay, we got a cave. Is there a geode here is the question. The question on everyone's mind is, will we find a geode quickly? There's diamonds. I can't mine them though. I just need a geode. Okay, that's bad. This cave is just full of mobs, and I can barely sprint. I need to eat. Okay, we have deep dark. We have an enderman. There's lapis, skeleton. And do we just go back to the lush cave? What's that? That looked kind of like a geode. No, it's just a lot of diamonds. A lot of diamonds. What about over this way? Yeah, that's a dead end. I don't want to get trapped in there. Okay. This is all very bad. You go away. These guys are gonna kill me if I'm not careful. Stupid zombies. And there's a spider up there. I don't want the deep dark, I think. Spiders everywhere, and not a single geode to be found. What about up? There's a baby zombie now. I think I'm just gonna die in this cave. I'm pretty sure. I don't see any way around it. There's axolotl here. Skeleton again. I don't know. I don't know where to go. I'm stuck in a cobweb. Okay, there's more cave over here. That's clay. I need to eat again. Yeah, this cave has no geodes. That's a shame, really. It's such a large cave. You would think. Yeah, this is a lush and dripstone area over here. Let's look at the ceiling. Come on. There's gotta be just one geode somewhere. This is a perfect place to put it. Skeleton. Am I out of food? I might be out of food now. That's possible. Look at the... Okay, there's a geode right there. Can I get into it? I need to get into it. Let's just mine down. And place a block. Okay. Do I have food? It doesn't matter, because right there is what we need. And let's make ourselves a spyglass. Unbelievable. 14 minutes and 14 seconds. Let's go ahead and jump into another 5 in a row challenge. Man, that was rough. All right, let's generate a new random card. It's time for the second of the 2 5 in a row challenges for this episode. We're looking for bingo in a row column or on the diagonal. Let's take a look at the card and see what we want to go for here. String for the scaffolding's not great. Glowberries I don't really want to go for, but maybe I should leave it on the card for now. We do have a village nearby. There's also a desert jungle. There are cows as well. And there's a Badlands over there too. Okay, this is not a bad spawn point, not a bad seed. Now let's just see what we can get done on the card. We're not going to wait for a chicken to lay an egg, so that's off. I don't like the geode idea or the empty map. This diagonal would be good if it didn't have the glow ink sac, but the other diagonal is out, I think. So what do we like? What can the village actually help us with? It seems like we can get wheat there, so we might be able to get the hay bale. We could do this left side column. The only uncertainty there is the glowberries. We would need a lush cave. Do we have a lush cave? If I saw a lush cave, I would say let's just go for it, but I don't see one. There's a good chance, though, that there's one nearby. Do we just go for it? The left side column? Let's see what it is. It's 3 clay for the flower pot. Oh, we need white dye for the white stained glass. I don't know how we're going to get that. Lily of the Valley, perhaps? I don't see one. Yeah, I don't see one. Plus we need white dye for the gray dye anyway, plus the ink sac. So I didn't think about the white dye we would need. And then the hay bale and the glowberries. Is there anything better? The kelp and the flint is easy. Bucket of cod's easy too. The only problem is we need a geode and some redstone and iron plus paper for the empty map on this column right here. And I think that's the only viable column, right? Glow ink kills this column on the right. Although we could probably do, yeah, bamboo. I'm not even too worried about the string for the bamboo. It's going to be harder to get white dye. All right, let's just go for the left side column. And let's get started now. We'll punch one of these trees. It looks like there's some stone there where we can get some tools set up. And then we'll head over to the village to see if we can get a little bit of iron. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how we're going to get this done. I think the first things we should go for are the easy items, which is the 9 sand, the 3 clay, and the ink stack. And then we'll worry about the rest after we check out the village. I don't even think we need that much iron if we're going for that left side column. Let's make some wood. Let's make a crafting table and some sticks, and then we need to get started with tools. We can do that right down here, I think. Yeah, this will work. Give me a pickaxe, and let's get mining here. I don't even know if this is a cave. I want to look to my right, but I'm focused on mining cobblestone. No, it's okay. There's no cave here. We're safe. All right, make a pickaxe, make a axe, give me a shovel, and just in case, I think we might need 1 furnace to smelt the clay. I think that's all we would need the furnace for. Oh, and yeah, just the clay and the glass, I guess. So 1 furnace should be good enough. I think we have enough cobblestone for that. And I do want doors and a boat. We should have enough wood for both of those. All right, let's head over to the village now. We'll chop a tree on the way. Maybe this one right here. So I do need a little bit more wood for smelting. Actually, before we go to the village, yeah, before we even head over there, let's see about getting the sand and clay done. And the ink sac too. Is there any squid here? Yeah, because this area is kind of frozen. Okay, I do see clay, so that'll be easy to get. This is clay, right? Yeah, that's clay, and we got enough there. Here's some sand. How much did we need? 9? Okay, there should be enough sand here. If I can just pick up what I mined. How many did I get? Yeah, okay, we're good on clay, we're good on sand. What about squid? I don't see any squid. That's kind of what I was worried about. Let's go see if we can find one. No, that's a dead end. All right, let's just go to the village then. We'll go to the village. We'll get the ink sac later. And I wish I knew how we were going to get the white dye. Yeah, there's no Lily of the Valley there. There is Cherry Grove. We don't need it. I see a hay bale, so that's great. Looks like there's sheep here. Can I get in? There's pumpkins too. Yeah, I want to go in here. How do I get in this structure? Just let me in. Here, we'll just break through the glass, I guess. Give me this hay bale and some extra wheat just in case. Although we don't need much. What else can we do here at the village? Let's start smelting some things. We'll start with the clay. Yeah, that'll be good. And then let's check a couple of these houses. The golem is all the way up there. That's terrible. I'll take this bed just in case. Okay, this house has a chest. What's inside? Leather armor. I don't want that. There are cows here. There are cows here. I'll take the red apples and potatoes just so that we have a little bit of food. Okay, nothing good in there. I think it's going to have to be skeletons for the white dye. Yeah, let's put red apples in the food spot. There's no blacksmith house here, right? Where did I leave my furnace? Okay, there it is. We should have the clay smelted by now. Let's put in the sand. And we'll go ahead and craft the clay pot. There we go. We can toss that out. Okay. Glass is smelting. Let's go see if we can get an ink sac, and then we'll come back for the the glass. Is there any squid now? Maybe under the ice? I don't see a single squid. All right, well, let's go back to the river where we were before. Maybe we can get some to spawn in. Because I really need that black ink. Yeah, let's check over here. Any squid? No. Yeah, there's really just no squid here. Okay. Well, there's a connected waterway here. Let's check it. As soon as we come back, there's going to be squid. I know it. That goes down very deep, but there's no squid down there. I thought squid spawned in rivers. I know they do, actually. I'm certain of it. Oh, there's a shipwreck. Okay, let's check the shipwreck then. It's not going to have an ink sac, but it might have some iron? There's no chance at bones either, right? I don't think. Let me get inside here. And yeah, just iron, lapis, and emeralds. Emerald was on the card, apparently. Here, you can stay. And is there squid now? I see cod. There is a bucket of cod on the card. We could go for it now. But I don't know where there's a geode, so there's really no point. Alright, there's some squid right over here. Alright, where are you gonna run away to? Okay, we picked up ink sac. That's great. Let's get back over here. We need to return to our furnace and grab the glass that we smelted. We still need glowberries, and we need at least one bone. Oh, there's Lily of the Valley right there. I didn't see that before, but that's our white dye, which means all we need is the glowberries. Okay, 2 Lily of the Valley. Let's go ahead and make gray dye. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Gray dye, please. Yes, thank you. And we can do the white stained glass as soon as we get our glass, which I left somewhere over here. Looks like we need to boat again. All right. Let's boat across the ice. And hopefully there's a lush cave under here. I need there to be. I haven't seen evidence of one yet, though. I am nervous about that. We're done with the furnace. So let's just grab the glass. And let's make white stained glass. There we go. Right. One item remains. Where can I find a lush cave? That's a crazy place for a cleric house up there. I need somewhere to go underground. There's got to be like a cave opening. Otherwise, we could maybe use the ocean over here to get a little bit lower. I did craft doors. How low does this go? Not low enough. I'm looking for a flowering azalea to verify that there's lush cave here, but I don't see one. So, okay, there we go. That's lush cave right there. We just need to bust in and grab some glowberries. I see glowberries. All right, it looks like we got this one in the bag. How do I get up there is the question. Okay, there's glowberries. I see them. I need to grab them. There. And that's our bingo. 9 minutes, 41 seconds. I want to see if there's any axolotl here quickly because I'm still collecting them for the lobby, and we just so happen to have enough iron for 3 buckets. So let's see if we can grab some axolotl from this lush cave. Are there any here? Okay, maybe the slush cave isn't big enough for axolotl, because I don't see any spawned here. Is there any water pools? Yeah, I think that's it. It's a very tiny lush cave, so no axolotls in here. Um, that's too bad. I was really hoping for one, but yeah, we're not going to get it. All right, let's just head back to the lobby then. And that's going to do it for this episode of Minecraft Bingo. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.